Good morning, everybody. I don't have any specific messages from my guides to share with you this morning. However, as I was setting up this camera that I have had for a very long time, it was a very expensive camera, and because I don't know really how to use it, I have basically ignored it. But it was a very expensive camera, and I do know it does a lot of things that my phone can't do. However, because I don't know how to use it, I've just thrown it into a drawer and been quite annoyed with it. It's not because of the camera, it's because of my lack of knowledge surrounding this camera. And as I've already recorded a video, unaware of whether I'm ever going to be able to transfer it from the camera and onto YouTube, but I just thought I've got a bit of time, I might as well do it. While I've been fiddling with this camera, and I'm not actually really frustrated with it, I probably will be when it gets to the end of the recording and I'm trying to transfer it into YouTube, because I don't know anything about that that process, and also I can't look in the viewfinder, because if I look in the viewfinder like I am now, I'm looking up, as I'm having to look into the lens, which is quite weird for me. But while I've been faffing around recording a message and then it going off for some reason, and then I sort of did watch back what I had recorded, which was actually quite good, but it shut itself off and I don't know why. Whether there's a time frame on it, I've no idea. I got to thinking, you know, it's a pretty nice day today, and for Yorkshire in February, that's not bad going. It's pretty cold, but the sun's out. The birds have been noticeable today, and I felt as though I could even smell the grass, smell new grass, you know, that beautiful smell of spring grass. It's almost like I could smell that, and it feels like spring is coming early. It might only be 3 weeks early, but it feels like there is an air of optimism. And after 2 years of not feeling that optimism at all, we've had 2 years of restriction and fear and uncertainty, and although we're stepping into 2022 knowing that the prices of everything are going to go up, knowing that we'll still be restricted in the way that we won't be, our money won't buy anywhere near as much as it did 2 years ago. There's that sense that freedom is just around the corner, that sense that the sun is going to shine, and the optimism of being able to go out without being restricted in any way, without there are no rules to where you can go and who you can see and who you can touch and who you can love and who you can laugh with. And I know we've got doom and gloom on the television about, you know, what's happening in the East with Russia and the Ukraine, and talk about World War III just around the corner, and maybe China's going to start being aggressive as well. I know all that, but it's almost like we need to look at this year with a fresh pair of eyes. Look at this year through, not through pandemic eyes, not through war eyes, but look through the eyes of awe. And I know that's difficult, and I've been in a huge funk actually for months, but today is the first time in a long time that I have started to feel that it's not just me trying to raise my vibration in order to get through the last 2 years, which has been quite difficult because the collective fear and low vibrational feeling does get absorbed by people like me. So I've had to really work hard at staying and keeping myself ticking along on a certain level. But today's the first day where haven't felt as though I am going to have to work day and night in order to keep myself up, my spirits up, my heart still full of love, and my mind still refusing to accept the fear. It's almost as if that hard work is over. And I'm sensing that I believe that as the year goes on, as 2022 goes along, other people will start to climb out of that hibernation that we've all been in for the last 2 years and start to smell the spring and rejoice in the freedom that we do have, that we've been given back, that we always had, and just be grateful for what's around you. And today, this camera that I haven't had any gratitude for, even though it was incredibly expensive, because I don't know how to work it, I now have a renewed sense of wonder. How does it work? How am I going to work out how to do this? And it might be that this video stays in that camera, or I delete it from that camera because I can't work it out. It may happen, but I've got time today, and so it's not hurting anything. So today I was going to do right, you don't want that one. Today I was going to do just an oracle, a wisdom of the oracle card, 1 or 2 depending on what flips out on the first go, and a postcard from Spirit to see where we are heading and what the vibe of today is. How many? I can smell lime. I can smell lime, really strong lime. So if anybody at the moment is it lime? Lime, definitely lime. If anybody if you watch this and you're drinking something with lime in, or you're baking something or cooking something with lime, this message might have something in it for you. Maybe you have some, can find some recognition in what I'm saying about the funk and coming out of the last 6 months of autumn and winter, everything being barren and bare and dark and damp. Why are we doing this? You keep giving me 3 at a time. There's something about 3s, because this is the second time 3 have come out together but almost stuck together. Is it a message about 3s? 3 is a magic number. 3 is about cooperation and collaboration and community spirit. So maybe we need a bit more of that. So we've got message in a bottle. I'm sure we've had this one before. Yeah, it's a really strong smell of lime. Message in a bottle number 15, which is a 6, and the 6s are about balance. Message in a bottle. Okay, now that's a stalk. A stalk with a message in a bottle. Now normally storks, well, in folklore, storks delivered babies under bushes, but this stalk has a telescope under its wing, and it looks like a clock in the bottle. Maybe this is a time. Can you see that? What's happened to focus? Maybe this is a time sensitive message. Let me read it. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols. Oracles and omens, they may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favourable. You are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. Shall I have another one? I don't know what happened to the light in this, but I don't think it's because the light outside just, I think the sun's gone behind a cloud. What's going on here? Still smelling lime, really strong lime. And I don't have anything lime up here. I don't even have any lime essential oils in my therapy room at all. Lime. Lime. What's that all about? I keep wanting to say key lime pie. Someone making a key lime pie. Or lime jelly on toast or something. But I can smell lime, fresh lime. Come on. There we go. Wake 'em up. We have to be fair. To be fair. I don't know why the blooming thing keeps going off. I think, to be fair, number 38. Have a look. 38. To be fair. That looks like the justice. That looks like justice. It's not justice though. Temperance. Judgment. It's an 11. Oh, that's a master number. It's 38, but 3 and 8 make 11. That's a master number. So let's have a look at this then. Hopefully the light will stay right with the camera. So, to be fair, Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being to stasis, to doing, to discovering, to loving, to letting go, and to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of those states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. So, it's almost like we're coming to a time where the scales are going to even up, like we are going to redress the balance, if you like. Almost like the last 2 years have gone and it's time to redress the balance. It's time to live life and try new things, and all the things that you told yourself in the last 2 years. I wish I'd have done that before the pandemic, or I could have done that but then we had a pandemic, or I can't do this because of the pandemic. There's nothing stopping you now, especially if you live in the UK, because the pandemic ended on Thursday and has officially ended in many places around the world. It's almost as if the pandemic still exists in the imaginations of people because it's been so ingrained over the last 2 years that it's like an invisible barrier to living again. And you only have one life, and it's a very short one. So what is the postcard from Spirit today? Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed. Now, I've had this before. This must be an important message, so I'm going to read it slowly. Human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are spiritual, immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We are here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with the divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. So, see through the eyes of the awe-inspired. All those things that you told yourself you couldn't do because the pandemic was stopping you, or the things that you told yourself you were going to do the minute the pandemic was over. All of the beauty in life that we've gone through the last 2 years blind to because we have been impotent with fear and worry and the inability to predict what is going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next decade. Fact is, we have one life, and it is a short one. Go live life. It's almost like Spirit wants you to enjoy what you have while you have it, and to embrace what you have while you have it, and to remember how lucky you are and how lucky you have been, and how lucky you will be again during those times when things don't work out quite well as you hoped. And whoever this has got Lyme, if you are watching this and there's something to do with Lyme, it's a very strong smell, then this message is for you. Right now, I'm going to go, and I'm going to stop this video and try and tackle the technological issues surrounding getting this video out of that camera and onto YouTube. Might take me all night, but hey ho, right now I have the time, and that's a blessing. Not all of us have the time. Take care and be kind. Bye-bye. How do I stop this bloody thing now? Don't have to bloody stop it. Oh, this is hilarious. How do I bloody stop it? Who knows?